Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening was written in 1922 and published in 1923. Remember the publication year. It was written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is an American poet, so we will learn more about him. Well, Robert Lee Frost is his full name. Remember this one. Robert Lee Frost is his full name. Born 26 March 1874, died 29 January 1963. He was an American poet. As I told you, four times winner of Pulitzer Prize in the year of 1924, 1931, 1937, 1943. You can remember the chronology. He was also nominated for Nobel Prize in Literature 31 times, and he was named the Poet Laureate of Vermont. Stopping by woods on a snowy evening, this is the first stanza. Whose woods these are, I think I know. Here I refers to the speaker, and the speaker is confused. He is not sure about the owner of the woods. Whose woods these are, the speaker is not sure about it. His house. His means the owner. The owner's house is in the village. The owner cannot disturb the poet. While the poet was enjoying the snow covered woods, the poet stops there to watch the fill up snow, the snow covered woods. So, the owner of the woods cannot disturb because he lives in a village. He cannot disturb. So, this is the stanza, this is the summary. The speaker of the poem is traveling in evening through the snow covered woods and stops with his horse near the woods to watch the snow falling around him. The speaker expresses he might know the owner of the woods who lives in a village. The owner of the woods cannot disturb the speaker while enjoying the beauty of the snow covered woods. So, this is the summary of stanza number 1. So, we'll move forward to stanza number 2. My little horse. Here, little refers to innocent, dear, my dear horse, my innocent horse. Must think it queer. Queer means strange, surprised. So the speaker is saying, my horse must be surprised because every time I stops nearby a farmhouse, this time he stops without a farmhouse. So the speaker stops. There was no farmhouse, no people, only forest, only woods and frozen lake. So night was approaching. So he stops between the woods and the frozen lake as well as line number 3 mentioned here. The darkest evening of the year, it has two meanings. First of all, longest night of the year as well as most depressing state of the mind. Why it is most depressing state of the mind? Because the poet could not enjoy the snow covered woods for long period of time. I will tell you in the stanza number 4. Well, we'll move forward for the summary. The speaker says that he is a dear or innocent horse whom he is using as his carriage must think it strange to stop here between the woods and the frozen lake in a dark evening as he normally stops nearby a farmhouse. The expression darkest evening of the year could suggest several things as I told you. So, two things. Number one, maybe the narrator, traveler, was very depressed due to the long journey. Otherwise, he could not enjoy because he has to complete his duties and responsibilities or could or the cold weather. Otherwise it may also refer to the longest night of the year. So the night, the most hours of darkness, as I told you, in the night particularly, in case you can see it has been mentioned in the date 21st or 22nd December, when the winter comes. At that point of time, what exactly happens in northern Hampshire? It makes them freeze. So the lake has been freezed. It has been mentioned the frozen lake. You could imagine that. All right, so we'll move forward to the next stanza, stanza number 3. In stanza number 3, he gives his harness bells a shake. Harness bell means a bell attached with the band around the neck of the hearse. This is called harness bell. So this bell, the hearse wears the belt in its neck. So there is a small bell attached with it. So the hearse shakes his neck in order to ring the bell. And why he rings the bell? This is very, very important. In order to ask, it has been mentioned to ask if there is some mistake. He wanted to know what is the mistake. So the only other sound, there are exactly three sounds, but we will discuss here. There are three sounds. If you imagine what are the sound, the first sound is harness bell sound, and there was the sound sweep of easy wind. Sweep of easy wind means slowly wind blowing. There was a sound exactly when the wind blows so slowly. And downy flake. Downy flake means the flake means snow. Snow falling. Snow falling sound is sound of downy flake. So this is the stanza number 3. So we'll move forward to the summary. The horse is shaking its head, ringing the bell attached to its harness. Harness means that belt, as if he is asking his master whether there is any problem, as it is unusual for him to stop by the woods in the darkness. And the important thing in this stanza of the poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, is the sound imageries. There are three sounds exactly. There are sounds like the sound of harness bell. Remember this one? Light wind means slow blowing wind, and the snowflakes means the snow falling sound. So this is all about stanza number 3. So we'll move forward to stanza number 4. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep. So the poet is expressing how exactly the woods. So there are three adjectives: lovely, dark, and deep. Do remember this one. But I have promises to keep. I refers to the speaker. The speaker is saying, I do have some promise. I do have the responsibility. So cannot enjoy it. I cannot stop it for long period of time. So I'll have to leave the place. That's made him unhappy because he wanted to enjoy the beauty of snow covered woods for a long time. However, his duties and responsibility towards his family, towards the society, forced him to come back. That's why he was upset. He expressed in the second stanza that is, this was the darkest evening of the year. Remember, there are two meanings. First of all, most depressing state of the mind. Why depressing state of the mind? I told you, because he could not enjoy for long period of time. And why it is longest night of the year? Because in December, especially 22nd and 21st, there are longest night, very darkest night. So that's why there are two meanings: longest night of the year as well as most depressing state of the mind. And the final line, and miles to go before I sleep. The line repeats because to attract the reader to understand the depth. Miles means distance. Sleep means take rest. The poet is expressing, so I'll have to travel miles, long distance before I can take rest. Some critics believe that miles means the duties and responsibilities he has to do, the speaker has to do. Before sleeps here means death. Before his death, so we will have to complete our duties and responsibilities. So we'll move forward to the summary. The speaker describes the woods using three adjectives, as I told you: lovely, dark, and deep. This indicates that he is enjoying the scene and wants to enjoy for a long time, but he has other responsibility in life. He has to go a long way before he sleeps. So he cannot get the enjoyment for long. He has to move on. He has to go on. And the important thing here is that the poet repeats the last line to attract the attention, to take the attention of the readers. Here, sleep may refer to take rest as well as death. So, this is all about the poem, the stanzas, and the most important thing, just you remember the stanza name. If it is one lined stanza, it is called blank line. two-lined stanza, couplet, 3 tercet, 4 quatrain, 5 quintet, 6 sestet, 7-lined stanza is called septet or rhyme royal, and an 8-line stanza is called octave. Friends, so this is all about the stanza and the summary. In the very next video, part 2, I will discuss each and every questions and MCQ as well, multiple choice question, I will discuss in the next part. Thank you so much for watching.